Hello everyone, this is Riya Singh, the Senior Research Analyst for Nirmal Bang. Let's look at what has happened with the currency market so far. So, lot of volatility we have seen after quite a dull month from December that we were seeing. Dollar index has dived from 105 to 102.30 in today's session. So this has happened mainly on the back of the payroll data that have come in, and of course the CPI inflation numbers. So if you look at the inflation numbers, it has come in line at 6.5%. This is indicating that there is a upward pressure that was there on the inflation has been released, and I think the major part of why the inflation has come down is because there was a decline into the energy as well as commodity prices. Now going forward, the service still remains a kind of a problematic area as far as inflation is concerned. So in order for a continuous downward trajectory into the inflation numbers, it is very important that the core inflation also cools off going forward. Now, after the inflation data, a lot of speculation has happened into the market. The sentiment has moved that the central bank, especially Fed, will not be so aggressive as it has been stating time and time again. We are seeing some mixed feedback and mixed opinions from the Fed members whenever they are going and speaking out. When on behalf of the fiscal policies and so forth. So I think it could also affect going forward if keeps all these data in mind, because we are also seeing some cool off into the wages that has happened. It could even go softer from 50 to 25 basis point in its upcoming policy. So the questions of whether Fed will take the interest rate to 5 and 515 range is now a big question mark. There's also talks of Fed not even doing a 25 bips and going directly for the pause. So right now on the Fed policy, it is wait and watch game. A dollar index has moved to 102. I think it should fizzle out the downside momentum around 101.8, 101.50. It shouldn't slide further than that, because inflation is still at, if you look at the year on year high, it is still 3 times of what the Fed has been targeted. So going forward, I think it should reverse from these lows, and we could see some bounce back towards 103, 104 levels. As far as Rupee is concerned, I think Rupee has been in free float mode for a period of, I think, 3 months. RBI has not been into the intervention mode from past 2 months, I guess. But if you look at the appreciation that has happened, it is quite sharp. It was trading within the range of 80 to 95 to 82.75, 82.50. It has slid back towards 81.45, 81.35 levels. I think going forward, it shouldn't slide back very aggressively, and the downside should halt around 81 to 80.80 levels. That is the max downside or the appreciation that we are expecting into the Indian rupee, and from there we could see some bounce back towards 81.95, 82.25 levels. So if you look out for the resistance or the reversal level, it will be 81.70. So it is a very important resistance. If it gives a breakout to the same and trades above the same level, you could see a sharp upside towards 82.50, 82.75 again. And 81.20 remains a very strong support. If it slides back, you could see more 40 paisa decline, but not more than that. I think going forward, Rupee should hold the 81 as a support. So that's on the Indian rupee front. As far as pound and euro goes, pound still remains very bleak, and we are still on the bearish side on it, because as far as economy is concerned, it's still very hazy. Inflation has cooled off, but it is purely on the back of the energy prices. Bank of England is the first England to go dovish, or to even speak about any dovish stand. So I think a lot of things needs to be done to get the economy back on the recovery track, but the probability of recession remains high for the UK going forward. For Europe, the numbers have been coming mixed. There are some positive numbers as well, and I think if you look at the rate hikes, where rate hike is concerned, where Fed only has a upside room of 75 bips, ECB has a room of 125 bips. So if anyway this spread is concerned, euro looks quite positive on that front. So we are quite positive on the euro side. So that's all on the currency front. Thank you for joining in.